I do not need your 2 points of pity that you offered me for a mere 2 cases of this.
Yeah, I get you back.
I said, no, I want 0 points for 5 cases of Diet Mountain Dew.
You did.
Because I told you I believe in this Los Angeles Clippers basketball team, especially when it has its backs to the wall.
Yeah.
And last night, here they came. And tomorrow night, Saturday night, here they're going to come again. And you're going to get deeper and deeper into trouble. Thank you very much.
Oh, so you already betting 5 more cases on Shabbat?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Skip, I'm happy for you. I am so happy for you.
I don't think Alex is happy at all.
Did it again. Oh, come on, always happy. For the 3rd straight series, LA was able to win Game 3 106-92 after dropping the first 2 games in the series. Now, Paul George and Reggie Jackson combined for 50 points as the Suns struggled offensively, with no player scoring more than 18. Now, after the game, Ty Lue said, quote, "Our guys keep grinding, keep fighting. We never give in." So, Shannon, what's the biggest reason that the Clippers won?
I believe it was Pat Bev and the defense that the Clippers played on the Suns. Skip, he set the tempo in Game 2. Because Devin Booker had gone crazy in Game 1, 40-point triple-double, his first triple-double of his career, and it happened in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. And Ty Lue said, you know what? Enough of this. Pat Bev, you got this assignment. And as you know what, Skip, they say they call Ty Lue Coach Belichick because of all of his adjustments. Well, I'm going to call him Don Toretta because he's always tinkering, trying to get more out of his team.
And that would be?
Don Toretta, you know, Fast and the Furious.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Don.
I got to get back into it. It's been like 6 years since I saw the last one.
I'm going to see it on Sunday.
Way to go.
And so, Skip, if you think about it, he inserted Terrence Mann. So now he has Terrence Mann and Pat Bev in the backcourt. And they hounded Chris Paul and Devin Booker throughout the game. They outscored them. Well, if you get Patrick Beverley and Reggie Jackson to outscore the backcourt, Skip, the Suns have no chance of winning. Those are your 2 best players. And they got outscored by guys. Patrick Beverley is not a scorer. But his defense on Devin Booker the last 2 games has been nothing short of sensational. And I thought that set the tone for the way the Clippers were going to play. And Zubats, Skip, he had a double-double in the first half. He owned the board. They got opportunity after opportunity that led to a lot of putbacks, and sometimes it led to 3-point shots. I thought that was the difference in the ball game. Terrence Mann, there's something about the third quarter that this young man loves. He goes bonkers in the third quarter, Skip. He didn't take a whole lot of shots in the first half, but in the third quarter, he came up with 10 big points. Now, I don't want to go with Paul George. I thought Paul George played well, not great, Skip, because you should have 27 points if you take 26 shots. But he did rebound the ball well. He did play make. And I thought that third quarter shot, Skip, because the Suns had cut the lead down to 8, and then he hits a 3 from half court that pushes it back to 11, and they really never looked back to that point. But I really thought what happened was with Ty Lue, when he had Terrence Mann and he had Patrick Beverley, to start on that backcourt, and the job that they did on Chris Paul and Devin Booker was unbelievable. Skip, 10 of 40? 10 of 40. Let that sink in. 10, they took 40 shots and only made 10. And that was because of Terrence Mann and Patrick Beverley were sensational. Again, another starting lineup change, Skip. 1 minute, he put Marcus Morris in. Okay, Marcus, I'm sorry, bro. I got to pull you out. Patrick Beverley. Skip, I believe he rested Patrick Beverley. We talk about he rested Kawhi and Paul George. Hell, it looks like now he was resting Patrick Beverley because Patrick Beverley looked better now than he did in the regular season. He was great, made some big-time shots, but his defense has been sensational over the last 2 games. And Phoenix, you got yourself a dogfight now, but I'm going to ride with you.
Yeah, you are. And you're going to go right over the edge of the cliff. Allow me to start by saying, if you had told me yesterday at this moment, sitting across from each other, that my Clippers, who led the NBA in three-point shooting percentage, would go 3 for 17 in the first half, and you had told me that my man, Marcus Morris Sr., I ended the show yesterday saying this is going to be your night, but he's fighting some sort of knee issue. Not sure exactly what it is, but it's such a problem, he did not start the game.
No,
and that's very highly unusual because he is if not the leader, he is a leader of this team, and they all know that they want him at least to start the basketball game.
Right.
So when he didn't start, it signaled to me this is going to be a problem. And he did not look right all night, even though he took 2 3-point shots and made both of them, one early in the fourth quarter, which was, I thought, a pretty big shot.
Yep.
But the point is, if you had told me yesterday he won't even be able to start the game, I'd say, you know what, Shannon, you got me. Ball game. It was a nice run, but say goodnight to these Los Angeles Clippers. If you had told me that the man that we've all called at times playoff Rondo would come in the second quarter with an 8-point Clippers lead and suddenly turn the ball over 3 straight times, do nothing else, add nothing else to the mix, and leave the game with the game tied, blow the 8-point lead, I would have said, good night, Irene.
Right. Yep.
Well, I don't know who Irene is, but I would have said I'll never see her again, right?
Yep.
Because
and you didn't see Rondo again.
I would, and we didn't see Rondo again after that, because I know I immediately tweeted, "Get Rondo out of there." This is the guy I lauded and applauded at the trade deadline. I said, "This is the magic move.
Yep.
This is the missing piece to the championship puzzle," and he has not been that guy.
Right.
Maybe he will, but knowing Ty Lue, in fact. We're actually giving Belichick too much credit to compare him to Belichick. I think he's beyond Belichick. That's just me, because we saw what he did with your Cleveland Cavaliers,
Right.
LeBron and Kyrie.
Right.
I just think he has some growing genius about him, where players believe in him, they follow him, and as you know, when it comes to coaching, I don't care if it's the baseball manager or your football coach or the basketball coach.
Right.
The players, if you make a move that's a little off target, that's a little uncharacteristic, that seems a little unorthodox, if the players believe in you, they'll make it
They'll
work,
make it work,
right?
yeah.
They'll just make it work, because that deep down in their psyches, they're saying, he's
called
got
that
to
play
know.
for a reason.
He's got to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mike Shanahan called this play. He's got to know that at this moment, right place, right time, I can beat so-and-so to get to so-and-so to win the football game.
Absolutely.
And Elway's saying, this has got to work. Shannon's saying, this has got to work.
Yep.
Okay, well, last night, every move he makes, this has got to work. Well, he yanks Rondo, and now we get back to what started to happen. Patrick Beverley imposed his will on Devin Booker.
He did.
And I'm going to give Book a little bit of a break, because he had to wear that Richard Hamilton mask, and the reports were that he called Richard, how do I do this? And Richard's big point to him was, don't let it bother you. Don't mess with it. Just try to ignore it. But he couldn't ignore it because it's hard, because it gets in your way.
It does.
And it makes you sweat more in your face, and it makes you feel like you're suffocated a little bit, and it's not fun to wear it.
I remember, Skip, when I had to first start wearing a shield because I had fractured my orbital, and the doctor said, well, you're going to have to wear this for at least a year to make sure this thing is healed. Skip, the thing is, you get down in your stance and you're dripping sweat on it, and you're constantly like, man, I can just fogging up because I'm sweating. It's hot. Or when it's cold, Skip, you start to sweat and it's fogging up again. I'm like, well, damn, how am I supposed to? But you just get to a point where you don't even think about it. It's like you look at our car windshield. You just go play football. Play football. Book's gonna have to get used to this, Skip.
So now he's got a mask to deal with, and he's got that little man, Patrick Beverley.
That's the mask he need to worry about.
That's the mask, because he's wearing 2 masks. And the point is, Patrick Beverley is listed at 6'1". Devin Booker is 6'5", so you would think he could rise up, but no, he's having a lot of trouble even getting the ball up to the shooting position, because remember what he did to LeBron at 6'9" on Christmas Day, going back 2 years ago. He's going to get hands on the ball as it's going up. And as Ty said after the game, Ty Lue, he said, he's the master of the rear view block, because you think you've got him beat, and he's going to come over your shoulder and get hands on ball, and he fouled him one time, but he's going to bother you. When you think you've got him beat, you're haunted by, is he coming? Is he going to get me over my shoulder?
Skip, the thing that he does so really well is that he realized that Devin Booker is a right-handed jump shooter.
Yeah.
So when he gets beat from behind, he automatically say, you know what? I'm going to go right back to your right side, because you got to bring the ball back here. So I'm going to get a chance to get at it.
And that young man, Terrence Mann, is becoming the man, not just in the third quarter, but defensively.